Good evening, everyone. I hope that you're doing well, that you're staying safe and that keeping healthy. I understand that in Vietnam, many of the quarantine is lifted and a lot of people are able to have a good time. I'm so excited for you. I can't wait till we have the same option here in Singapore. It's nice to be with so many friends. I see a lot of different friends online. I cannot be with you in person, but we can be together on this chat. So it's nice to see so many of you. Um, as mentioned previously, my name is Ken. I'm with Success Resources. I've been with Success Resources since 2003, so for 17 years. I've had a chance to learn many different things. And tonight I'm here to share with you a little about Myaladdizz. So in Success Resources, I've taken on many different roles. I was a copywriter, I was internet marketing, I was vice president for content for the online website, I was the country manager, and starting last year, I moved over to Myaladdizz. Myaladdin has been an incredible opportunity to actually um, do something exciting and new that actually has a very powerful place in the marketplace today. I'm going to share my screen with you. Um, can can the host please allow me to share my screen? Okay, just a second while I get this going. You can see they're present by typing yes in the chat box. Great. So my name is Kensap. As I mentioned, I've been with Success Resources, and we have this meeting every week. So this is a great chance for you to invite your friends from around the world to join us. Success Resources is the world's #1 seminar organizer. So in my time, I've had an opportunity to learn many very powerful lessons from many different speakers around the world. Probably one of the most famous and the most powerful speakers is Anthony Robbins. When we first started Myaladdizz in the last quarter of last year, we had many people from Vietnam come to join us for the Anthony Robbins event. Um, so I'm going to share some lessons with you today that we have learned from Anthony Robbins. And then I'm going to share something also with you that's very exciting, something that is very special for all of you who are on this call today. Anthony Robbins is probably the world's most well-known personal development coach. He's been doing this for many, many years. He travels around the world. He's a very big person, big personality, and very big ideas. He says probably one of the most important things that he talks about is that you always have to take massive action if you want to get results in life. He says if you do what you've always done, you're always going to get what you've always gotten. In other words, if you want to have something different for your life, for your family, for your bank account, for your finances, you can't keep doing the same thing that you've already been doing. You have to do something different. And so that's another powerful lesson from Anthony Robbins. He also says that you should identify problems, but always give your power and your energy to solutions. In other words, we need to know what the problems are, what the difficulties are, but we shouldn't focus on the problem. We should focus on solutions. Many people in the world today are focusing on the problems, and they're focusing all their power, all their energy worrying about today's problems. And it can be understandable because things are very different than they have ever been before. But he says that today we need to focus our power in our action. He says it's in your moments of decision that your destiny is shaped. Your past doesn't determine your future. It's your decisions that determine your future. It's your decisions that determine your destiny. And he says, you see in life, lots of people know what to do, but very few people actually do what they know. It's not enough. Knowing is not enough. You have to take action. And it's not what we do once in a while that shapes our lives, but what we do consistently. The things that we do day after day, again and again. If you just do something once, it's not going to change your life. You have to do things every single day. And if you talk about something, dream. If you envision it, it becomes possible. But when you schedule it, when you put it on your calendar, then it becomes real. So these are some pretty powerful quotes from Anthony Robbins. And for those of you who are on this call today, I want you to take out a piece of paper and write down this link. This link is very, very important. It's something incredibly new. It's also incredibly exciting. The link is bit.ly/MAOPPVSS. All the letters are large letters, the capital letters. So jot this down, because since you joined us on this call today, you have something very special coming to you. If you go to this link, you can register for free for what we call the Virtual Success Summit. Success Resources is inviting a bunch of our very best speakers from around the world to join us online. And tonight, in just 2 hours from now, you'll get to hear from Anthony Robbins. And it's free for all of you who are on this call, so it's very, very exciting. So jot down this link. Make sure you jot it down or take a picture of it with your phone. It's bit.ly/MAOPPVSS. Myaladdizz Opportunity for the Virtual Success Summit. Jot this down and you can join us for free. So it's an incredible opportunity. We'll have Anthony Robbins and many other various speakers also. We have Sir Richard Branson, probably known for Virgin Airlines, Virgin Records, and many other companies. We have Sarah Blakely, Will I Am, a musician, Kevin O'Leary, Robert Haverzik, Tom Brady, Pitbull, you'll know him as a musician as well, Russell Brand, Lord Alan Sugar, and it's all starting tonight, the very first p.m. Vietnam time, just after this call. So it's something that all of you can join for free. So make sure you jot down that link. I'll leave it on the screens for a second, then I'll tell you a little bit about Myaladdizz. So that's a bonus for everyone. I hope you take advantage of it. Some people say that this year has been the worst of times. Some people say it's the best time to make money. I was reading in the Singapore news today that about 60 over restaurants were closing down for good in Singapore. They plan to open up at the beginning of June, and limited companies are allowed to start work again, but it may be quite some time for things to return back to what it was before. 2020 has been a very interesting year. Of course, the one thing that is on everyone's mind is the global pandemic. It started out in Asia, in China, and has spread throughout the entire world. Vietnam was closed down a little bit for some time with restrictions, but I understand it's open up again, which is so exciting for all of you there. I know you still can't travel to other countries and you still can't receive visitors from overseas. I can't wait for it to open up and see you again. But at the moment, the world is in crisis. And the US is one of the hardest hit countries. Europe is also very hard hit. And they say that it may take quite a few months for things to change. So, because of that situation, many people have lost their jobs. Many people are spending less money as they are stuck at home. And the global economic outlook is looking very bad. Some people say that it will be a severe recession. Some people say it may be the worst depression that the world has ever known. In fact, even before this, businesses have been struggling. Many businesses have forced to close because of the current situation. Some of them may never open up again. Other businesses have been forced to move online. I was talking to a friend today, and they were saying that, for example, many of the companies that are in the entertainment business are having to completely change their business model. They're doing different things because they cannot allow large groups of people to come together. So people that used to be in audiovisual have switched to selling masks. People who have done different things offline are now forced to go online. And so businesses are struggling. Some businesses have moved into online sales. And as they move to online sales, some of them know how to make it happen. Some of them don't know how to put their business online. And so they are struggling. At the same time, all around the world, things are changing for the way goods are sold in grocery stores and other places. So many places are having shortage of different types of supplies. Sometimes the shortage is unusual things. Sometimes it is very common things, as many people are starting to cook more from home and are forced to do their business from home as well. Some big companies like Amazon, Alibaba, Shopee, other large companies that have warehouses that sells people's goods have started only selling and only allowing essential items. Essential items are like toilet paper, like medicines, like food, supplies that are important for day-to-day life. Things that are extras that you don't really need have been basically restricted. And for many people, their business was all online through Amazon and other companies. And now they're forced to find other ways to do business. Home delivery is becoming more common. Not all businesses have opened up. Some of them, you're not allowed to go into the store to shop. So you have to buy online and then deliver it to your home. Fast food places that used to have people visiting the restaurants and the fast food outlets now only have takeaway orders. You order online or you order through the mobile app and you can only take away to your house to eat. Other businesses are struggling because they cannot get the things they need and things are getting very expensive. It's very hard for them to offer discounts because prices are increasing. Of course, for some people, it's a bit more relaxed as they work from home. This may be some of you. You are business on the top half, but maybe you're wearing shorts or something colorful below because you have a bit more relaxed at home. But at the same time, you need to have better internet, better computers, and so many of the internet related businesses are doing very, very well. Even before the current situation, many companies have started switching to cashless transactions. This is a photo that I took in Singapore before the current situation, and they say that they're only accepting credit cards, Apple phone, Samsung phone, different cashless payment methods. They no longer accept cash. Now, some people say, when is everything going to end? When is everything going to go back to normal? But most of the experts are saying that things are not going to go back to normal. In fact, things are going to be changed forever for many things. Of course, cashless transactions already started, but many people were afraid to use credit cards on the internet. They were afraid to use their mobile phone to buy things. They were afraid to use online payments. But now they've had no choice. And because they have no choice, they're getting comfortable. They're beginning to use it more often. So even after the current situation ends, they will still continue to buy things online, and cashless transactions will still be very important. At the same time, many people enjoy that they don't have to go out to shop. They can have everything delivered to their home. Companies have set up delivery services, and when the current situation ends, those delivery services will still continue. People will still be buying things online and expecting them to be delivered to the home. E-commerce has become more and more important. The act of buying things over the internet. In the past, there were many people that were not happy to buy things on the internet. They were a bit scared. They did not trust the online websites. But in the current situation, they have no choice. As they use these online websites to buy things, they become comfortable. It becomes easier. They become happy. They start to trust it. And so even after the current situation, those things will still continue as well. And then they're starting to change the things that they buy. Before, you may have want to show off a nice new dress, a nice new jacket, maybe new shoes, but now you're at home. Maybe you are not going to go buy those things that you bought before. And so they change the things that they buy. And then that's going to continue as well. And then at the same time, as many people are stuck at home, they have no choice but to actually be alone in that family, and they miss their friends, they miss their coworkers, they miss the people that they used to go out and meet. And so they're looking for more connection, and that's going to continue as well. People are looking to have more groups of people together. And then it used to be that whenever you worked from home, people thought maybe you're not so trustworthy. Maybe your business is not so serious. And so they force you, they thought that maybe I cannot trust home-based business. But now people are trusting businesses that work from home because everyone is working from home. And so they start to trust businesses online more and more. And so all of these things are going to continue even after things get better. People are going to look at cashless transactions. They're going to look at delivery. They're going to be buying more things online. They're going to be changing the things that they buy to those things that are most important. They're going to look for community in apps and teams and groups of people. And many of them will still continue to work from home. You know, Myaladdizz was created before the current situation. Actually, it was created before any of the current virus happened. But it was created as an interesting concept at just the right time. Now, because of Myaladdizz, you can actually do cashless transactions. You can put your services through the mobile phone and expand your business online. You can choose to buy things from the mobile app. You have a team of people that are working together to support and help each other. And it can also be a home-based business. And so Myaladdizz is exactly the right product at the right time for the right situation. And so it's been growing very, very fast. In fact, in the last couple of months, it has grown faster than it ever grew before because it makes available all the things that the world needs today when it comes to buying things. It makes all those things possible. And so people are doing very, very, very well. Originally, the statistics said that by 2021, there was going to be 2.14 billion online buyers. But because of the current situation, I believe that that is even faster than it is before. They predicted that by next year, based on the current growth, there was going to be 2.14 billion. But they didn't expect the virus to come into the world. And so now many people have started buying things online that have never bought online before. And so it's growing faster and faster than they even expected. They said they would be spending $4.8 trillion, but probably that number is also increasing. If you look at businesses, those businesses who are available online are doing very, very well. Some of them are doing their best business ever. Those businesses that aren't able to go online, many of them are closing and shutting down and unable to do business at this time. And so the market is getting bigger and even more money is being spent online than they expected. Myaladdizz, like I said, was created before the current situation. It's a consumer rewards program. Now, many of you have consumer rewards programs already. You may have a frequent flyer program with Vietnam Airlines or your local flights. You might have a rewards program with a coffee shop. If you purchase a certain number of coffees, you get one for free. Or maybe at a restaurant, you can get an extra if you visit a certain number of times. These are what we call consumer reward programs. In other words, they reward you for doing business. But the difference is, if you use these programs, they're only for that one business. You can't use your coffee shop rewards at the airplane. You can't use your airplane rewards at the coffee shop. They're limited. But Myaladdizz opens it up to all the possibilities. Any kind of business, anywhere, you can use this program. When we first started Myaladdizz, the goal was to be global. We wanted to go to the entire world. We started out in Singapore, where our head office is. We have a technical office in Malaysia, so we also expanded a little bit to Malaysia. We've opened up Vietnam, which is probably our biggest market at this time. We've also opened up Laos and Thailand and South Africa and also Europe, as we do plan to take it throughout the world. And many of our Vietnamese friends, many of you are the ones that are going to help us take it throughout the world because you see it You understand it. You know how it works. You've seen how you've benefited. And there's Vietnamese people all around the world. So we're very excited that we've launched in a few local markets that are doing very well. But we're even more excited because there's so many possibilities. There's so many countries that we want to go to. And that will be in the future. It's also meant to be not just for the whole world, but person to person, what we call peer to peer. And it's meant to be of benefit to both merchants and also to consumers. So it's designed to benefit not only the buyers, but also the stores and the people who are selling things as well. So everyone wins. When we started out Myaladdizz, we asked merchants and businesses, what do you want? If you ask any merchant or business anywhere around the world, you're going to get the same answer. They want more customers. They want to increase the number of customers. Many of you have heard of Jay Abraham. He's considered the world's #1 marketing expert. He actually says that there's only 3 ways to grow any business. I've got to hear him many times for Success Resources. He spoke on our stages many, many different times. And he always has the same message. There's only 3 ways to grow a business. The first is to have more customers. The second is to increase the sales, to get the customers to spend more money. And the last is to get them to buy more often, to increase the frequency. And so no matter what business you're in, if you want to grow your business, if you want to increase your business, you need to increase your customers, you need to increase the amount that they pay, the sales, and you also need to increase how often they buy, the frequency. And the nice thing about Myaladdizz is it does all 3. It gives businesses new customers, it lets people spend more because they're going to save more, and it lets them buy more often because they know they're going to get rebates. So what is the benefit for merchants? Actually, they have product and brand awareness. Every merchant is listed inside the mobile app. It's on your phone, inside an app, and you can actually see a list of all around the world, and you can actually use Myaladdizz with those merchants. And so merchants get exposure. They get publicity by being listed in the app. You also have an increase in customers because people that join our program, they want to go to the merchants that are listed. Why? Because they're going to get an 80% rebate. Not 10%, not 20%, not 30%, not 50%, not even 70%. They're going to get an 80% rebate. You know, normally for an 80% rebate, you only get that when a company is going out of business. With Myaladdizz, you can get that rebate every single day. So that's an incredible opportunity. So customers come to Myaladdizz. And because the customers know that they're going to get an 80% rebate, they spend more. I remember the last time I went to Vietnam, I was traveling between Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh, and it was an incredible trip. I get to go quite often, but in the last few months, every time I traveled between Ho Chi Minh and also Hanoi, I always took business class. And people think, oh, business class is expensive. But actually with Myaladdizz, you got an 80% rebate. So business class was actually cheaper than economy. So it was an incredible opportunity to enjoy the benefits of Myaladdizz. So you spend more because you know you're also going to get a rebate. And the more you spend, the more rewards you earn. So people tend to spend more and more. And then we also have fast cashless transactions. You can transfer from one person to another using Myaladdizz, or from yourself to the merchant using just your mobile phone. So it's very, very easy. And then, of course, customers come back to you again and again because they know they're going to get that 80% rebate. And so you have increased customer loyalty. They're not going to go to someone else because those other people don't have the 80% rebate. They're going to keep coming back to you again and again. We also talk to consumers. Like I said, Myaladdizz is not just for the merchants. It's also for the consumers as well. And what is it that consumers want all around the world? I think if you typed into the chat box what you wanted, everybody's going to type in the same thing. I want something that is better priced. I want discounts. I want bargains. And I also want rewards. People typed in and let us know that they want to save more and they want to receive more. In other words, they want to pay less, they want to save more, but they also want to get more for what they spend. And that is something that's true of people all around the world. So for consumers, there's also an incredible opportunity. Every time you use Myaladdizz, you get an 8% rebate. We have some people with their microphones on. If you could turn your microphone off, that would appreciate it because you're interrupting at the moment. Everyone else is hearing you as you talk among your family. So what are the benefits for consumers? The first benefit for consumers is they get an 80% rebate in reward points. So that's an incredible opportunity. We still have some people with their microphones on that are interrupting. If you could shut off your microphone, that would be appreciated. So we have an 80% rebate in reward points. We have a Yen Yujen that her microphone is still on. If she could shut off her microphone, that would be appreciated. Anyway, for rewards, you have an 80% rebate in reward points. That's an incredible opportunity. Imagine that when you use Myaladdizz, you get an 80% rebate. Then you can redeem your rewards for products and services, and you can get new gems every single day. I'll tell you how to do that. You can multiply your rewards so that you get even more, and then you can also get rewards for bringing someone else into the program. So there's some incredible opportunities not only to save, but also to earn. And then you can use them with others. You have peer-to-peer exchange. You know someone else that needs extra gems, you can transfer gems to them. Or if you need some gems, you can actually get them from those who have extra. Of course, the biggest benefit for Myaladdizz reward program is that you get an 80% rebate with merchants. Every time you transfer gems to a merchant for products or services, you get an 80% rebate in reward points. And the most incredible part is it doesn't cost the merchant anything. The merchant doesn't lose anything. Imagine as a business owner, as a merchant, you can give all of your customers an 80% rebate, and it doesn't cost you anything. Imagine how many more customers you're going to get. So for merchants, Myaladdizz is an incredible opportunity. Now, when you earn 80% rebates, you actually have 3 different ways you can earn rebates. The first is what we call the e-bazaar, which means you can buy programs, you can buy products inside the app itself. We also have a merchant list that gives you the address or the website of all the different companies or businesses that are accepting Myaladdizz, and you can go to those places and get an 80% rebate. And then the last way we have is what is called Shop and Earn, where you can go to websites that you're probably already visiting and also get rebates from them. Let's talk about each one of these. The e-bazaar is actually inside the mobile app. In other words, you open up Myaladdizz and you go inside the app and you can use gems for products and services. Success Resources will have some of our events in there. As we continue to move forward, we're going to have online seminars that you can actually use Myaladdizz to join. And right now, it's even better because you don't have to worry about airfare, about hotel, about travel expenses, about visa. You can actually join online from your home, and those are going to be available inside the e-bazaar. If you go into the e-bazaar, you tap on the button in the bottom middle of the app, and then you tap on the country where you want to attend the course, and you can attend for gems. Sometimes it will be 100% in gems. Sometimes it may be part in cash and part in gems. When you join these programs using Myaladdizz, you get an 80% rebate in reward points. So any program you attend, right now they're all online, you get an 80% rebate in reward points. Right now, I believe there's one or two programs inside because Success Resources had to stop the big events where people would come together, but now they're switching to online events. As a matter of fact, some of you can join some of our first online events for free at the moment. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this session, you can hear Anthony Robbins tonight, and it doesn't cost you anything. So we have different programs that are available. And in the future, merchants can also put their products there. In other words, if you're selling mobile phones or you're selling a product, you will be able to list your product. People can go in and tap. You will be notified that someone bought your product, and you handle the delivery, and they can purchase in gems and get an 80% rebate. So that will be coming in the future. In the e-bazaar, all of our merchants will also be able to list their products. Now, when you use the e-bazaar, you're actually buying inside the app itself. But at the moment, there are many shops and many websites that are able to buy inside the app. You have to go to those shops. You have to go to that website. So we have a list of all these merchants. To get to the list, you tap on Shop in the bottom right of your app. Then you tap on the merchant directory, and then you can tap on your country and see all the merchants that are available in your country. Right now in Vietnam, we have more than 3,000 different merchants. So I'll just give you some examples of some of the things that you can use Myaladdizz for in Vietnam. You know, in Vietnam, you can actually get a new car and get an 80% rebate in reward points. You can take a vacation and use the travel company and get an 80% rebate in reward points. You can stay in a hotel and get an 80% rebate. You can insure your family or yourself and get an 80% rebate. You can get the latest mobile phone and get an 80% rebate. You can carry your phone and a new handbag and get an 80% rebate. You can rent a condominium and stay in a condominium and get an 80% rebate. You can get someone to clean your condominium or your house and get an 80% rebate. You can grab a coffee, or you can grab a lobster or your favorite meal at the local restaurant and get an 80% rebate. In fact, some of our coffee shops and some of the restaurants that are part of Myaladdizz, they have a menu that lists the local price and also the gems that are required if you use Myaladdizz. If you pay in the local currency, you don't get a rebate. But if you use Myaladdizz gems, you get an 80% rebate. In Vietnam, we have more than 3,000 merchants, and we're adding 50 to 100 new merchants every single day. So it's really exciting. Just about anything you could imagine, you can get through Myaladdizz in Vietnam and get an 80% rebate. When you earn rebates with the merchant list and the e-bazaar, we also have a third way that you can earn. Many of you are already buying things online, maybe from Nike, from Amazon, from Shopee, from other places, Lazada. If you're already buying things online, you can go into the Myaladdizz app, tap on